G'day, this is Central Coast Newspaper's weekly news, 5 at 5 for the second week of April 2023. In the bulletin this week, turtle hatchlings return to the sea, Mayday called for off-box head, many ANZAC Day services planned, football and rugby seasons on the move, wet weather gardening time and late night literature in Ettalong. Now a bale, that's the collective noun, of endangered loggerhead turtle hatchlings was returned to the water at Shelley Beach on April 9 after an epic egg rescue. The New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service teamed up with the Darkinjung Land Council, Central Coast Council, New South Wales Turtle Watch and Marine Wildlife Rescue Central Coast to release the hatchlings, which were born earlier in the week at Taronga Zoo's Wildlife Hospital. National Parks team leader Doug Beckers said the decision was made to relocate the 80-day-old eggs from their nest at Shelley Beach when sand temperatures dipped critically low. He said, quote, "These healthy hatchlings will be welcomed back to country so they can make their first dash into the Pacific Ocean, the outcome that we all desperately hope for." Head over to our website for the full and warming story. Now, a boating tragedy was narrowly averted during strong windy conditions on the Brisbane water on April 9 when a Catalina 380 yacht lost power and was being blown towards a very rocky position off the coastline. A Mayday call went out with the quick responses from several Central Coast volunteer rescue organisations, including Surf Lifesaving and Central Coast Marine Rescue, which rushed to the site between Lobster Beach and Little Box Head. Maritime then towed the distressed vessel to Lobster Beach before transferring the line to CC21, which then towed her to the marina at Booker Bay. The two people on board were very relieved and safe after their ordeal and thanked all concerned for the rescue. Now, thousands of people are expected to flock to ANZAC Day services across the region on April 25. The increasingly popular services provide community members with the opportunity to come together and pay their respects for our fallen servicemen and women and acknowledge those who fought to defend our country and protect our way of life. Major services will be held at Davistown, Doyleson, Empire Bay, Gosford, Arimba, Terrigal, The Entrance, Toukley, Woy Woy and Wyong. In addition, a broad series of smaller local services will be held in numerous localities. Central Coast Newspapers has a rundown of major services on our website and in next Thursday's newspaper. Footy, football, soccer, rugby and league are all in the changeover zone. The National A-League regular season wraps up shortly and the last home game of the Mariners against league leaders Melbourne City is on this weekend. Being held in Gosford's Industry Group Stadium, aka Central Coast Stadium, this game is vital for the Mariners, currently in third position and defending that spot on the way into the national finals. Meanwhile, the local soccer and rugby league competitions are underway and Central Coast Rugby Union kicks off its season this weekend. So why not get to your local ground to watch your particular flavour of footy? Now let's head down to the garden with our guru.
I'm Sherilyn Darcy and this is the Gardening News. On Monday the 17th of April from 10:30am, eco-artist Rachel Bunny will be running her very popular Orangutan Forest Home workshop. Learn all about the forest and different living creatures within it. It's on at Carryong Eco Gardens and tickets can be found at Humanitix. A volunteer coordinator is needed for Kincumber Eco Garden. You will support garden membership and activities and maintain engagement with help from the fantastic staff already at the garden. Inquire at the Kincumber Neighbourhood Centre, manager at kincumber.dnc.com.au.
Now, all of this week's 43 local stories can be found on our local news website, coastcommunitynews.com.au. Listen to our bulletins on radio 93.3 FM every day or find us on your phone's Google News and Apple News apps. And of course, follow all our socials for updates throughout the week. Now, we leave you this week with a little taste of poetry and literature from the Words on the Waves Late Night Lit event held this week at Bar Toto in Ettalong, where an army of local poets joined two of Australia's best contemporary wordsmiths to prove the coast is fast becoming a hotspot for the written and spoken word.
Of Australia's most searing new voices to the stage tonight, Omar Sakio. I had a long conversation about how no one ever gets my name right.
I'm David Abrahams for Central Coast Newspapers. Have a great weekend and thanks again for tuning in.